Welcome to episode 56 of the Breaking Yarn podcast. My name is Michaeli. I am from Albuquerque, New Mexico, and this is my podcast where I talk about my knitting, my crocheting, and my yarn dyeing. You can find me online at breakingyarn.com or anywhere on social media at Breaking Yarn. It has been 8 months since I have recorded a podcast. Hard to believe that it has been that long. Like, it doesn't feel like it's been that long. But yeah, I haven't recorded a podcast since I was, I think, like 3-ish weeks out from my due date for my son. So wild. I have a lot of projects to share with you today. I will try to kind of go through them a little quicker so this doesn't end up being so long. But I'm so happy that you're here and spending a little bit of your time with me. I really do appreciate it. All right, let's get started. So you might have noticed I am wearing my Stria Cardigan. It is my first finished object that I have. I did the 3/4 length sleeves. They did not grow that much when I blocked it, but I actually like it. I think it's a little bit more casual. I like it a lot. And then I will also, I'll have to do what do you call that? Like a separate B-roll shot of the cardigan so you can see everything. But I have these little sparkly buttons from Twin Mountain. I thought prepared perfectly with my cardigan. And for this is the Stria Cardigan from Andrea Mowry. That's the pattern. And I used Coin Flip is Sacred as my main color. And then each stripe is an Advent mini from my Leap of Faith Yarns Advent in 2022. And I had knit this during the Adventally Mal for 2023. Yeah. For 2023, I knit this, and I didn't get it finished before the end, but I got it finished afterwards, and I really enjoy it. This is not actually my first time wearing it. I think I might try to re-knit the button band, only because like it's stretchy, but the button band isn't stretchy, and I'm not sure how I feel about that. I think it looks fine, but I think it looks fine, but I don't know if I should fix it or not. So I'm debating that. We'll see. I have other projects I'm working on, but it is a really nice cardigan, and it did take a really long time to knit it. And I mean, it's expensive when you add up all the yarn too and the Advent and stuff, so it might be worth it for me to go back and redo the button band. But so that's my first finished object. I'm gonna get some chapstick. These probably will not go in any particular order of when I finish them because I just don't have the information since it's been so long. I was even trying to remember going through my Instagram to see what projects did I even finish before I recorded last episode. So I'm just gonna be running through these pretty quickly. But I finished some toaster pastry socks. This is a pattern from my friend Leah from Leah Loves to Knit. It has a cute rolled ruffle cuff. And then it's basically just a vanilla sock after that. And I did a small pop of color just on the heel turn. This yarn that I used is from Mandy's Makings, and it was called the New Holland Coffee Co. colorway. And I just loved the striping. I'm a sucker for stripes and for black and white. And I loved this pop of color as well. Yeah, so Mandy's Makings, toaster pastry socks. Finished those. I also finished some Steeler socks. This is Jane Margolis from my shop and Hazmat Suit. I had originally made these for my husband, but they don't fit him, so they're a little bit big on me, but they fit me pretty well. And so I did the rolled cuff from the toaster pastry socks pattern for my friend Leah. But I just didn't do the ruffle part. And so that's kind of a cool pattern to use for just rolled cuffs in general. And it just did a vanilla sock with the black and Jane Margolis and hazmat suit. I also knit some Steeler socks for me, my daughter, and my son when he was born out of zebra yarns, black and yellow socks. I will insert a picture of that here. I couldn't gather them all to show you. So it's another finished object for you. And I also finished this adorable sweater for my daughter. This is, it's called the Last Unicorn Sweater. Last Unicorn Sweater from Bad Wolf Girls Studio. Yeah, Megan Reagan. And I used Holly White as the main color for the body. And then for the color work, it's Bleeding Out, Marie Schrader, Crystal Meth, Wayfarer 515, Hazmat Suit, and that's Marie Schrader again, yeah, and Hazmat Suit 515. Isn't that so cute? It turned out so cute. I made this for her 4th birthday. She was actually wearing it before I recorded this podcast and I asked her for it. She was like, what? And then I was like, after I'm done recording, you can have it like forever until you don't fit it anymore. Then I'm gonna keep it as like a sample. My next finished object is a Musselburgh hat. This I knit out of Leap of Faith yarns, colorway Woolly Warmies. And the pattern is by Isolde Teague, and I made the adult small for her, but I actually did the length just based on her trying it on. And then once it got to like here, I did another, no, once it got to here, I finished. And yeah, that way she can roll it up, and it looks so cute on her too. And she had been begging me for a hat, for me to make her a hat. So she picked this yarn out of my stash and I got to work and I finished it right in time for spring and warm weather, but that's okay. I kind of knew that would happen, but it's big enough that I think she'll be able to wear it in the fall and winter again this year. So, okay, I made another Musselburgh hat. This one is out of a colorway from Kimber's Cozy Creations. It was called Perpinkle. And I just loved the purple with the pink in it. This is I believe a collaboration colorway that she made for Slip Slip Sis, and I'm big fans of them. By the way, side note, Gabs opened a Etsy store with cozies and project bags, so I'll link that down below as well so you can check that out. But that's just a side note. So yeah, the second Musselburgh hat. This one is, I believe, an adult medium. It fits me, although it is for someone else. So you can wear it slouchy like that, or you can pull it so it's a little bit more fitted and roll it up. But super cute. All right, so that will be a gift for someone in the fall. All right, I have another finished object to share with you. It is actually a crochet project. I crocheted this giant basket with handles. It's giant. Like, look how huge this is. It is currently holding like 20 different project bags. Like, I was like, yes, these were all just messy on a shelf, and I thought, I'm gonna crochet a bag. And I also had a lot of this Lion, it's called Lion brand Quick and Thick, I think, from Wool Ease. And it's just a simple crochet basket, but I ended up using up like 2 full huge skeins. I had like huge jumbo skeins of them, and I finished up like 2 huge ones. So this actually will qualify for the knit along or make along that Danielle from Midwest Stitches is doing currently. It's called Made from Stash 2024. If you use that hashtag on Instagram, then you can win prizes from her shop. And so I finished this. It is from Stash. I did not buy any yarn to complete this, but I think this is my last finished object, and they are Marie Schrader fingerless mitts. I knit these definitely in the winter time, and I am working on a pattern. I have the pattern like written. I just need to reach out to Leah to see if she can do tech editing on it, or if I need to find someone else. I'm not sure if she would feel comfortable doing fingerless mitts, but I will find out. But it's basically the Marie Schrader socks pattern on fingerless mitts. And these will come in 2 different sizes. And I just used leftover fingering weight yarn that I had from knitting the Marie Schrader socks. So keep an eye out for these. This pattern will be coming soon. And it's in the Marie Schrader colorway. I don't know if I made that super clear, but yeah. I think that's all of my finished objects. That's quite a few for having a baby. Not too bad, right? Like, I just had a baby 8 months ago, and those are all the projects I finished, including this sweater. And I will show you my whips, which is what I've been working on. I have 2 of them. One you will only have seen on like Instagram, but I have been knitting a blanket called the Fair and Square blanket. It's a free pattern from Purl Soho. I don't know if you can see it all. Can you see that? And it's each square. It's a free pattern from Purl Soho. Each square is it's the large size, so it's 160 stitches, and you knit it in the round actually, and then you connect each one as you go, which has been super fun. And I am using my 2023 Leap of Faith Yarns Advent for this, and my main colorway is my Wayfarer 515 colorway, and I'm holding it double, fingering weight held double, and I only have like 4 squares left. One I'm in the middle of right now, and then, which I'll show you, I'm in the middle of a square, sorry, with my yarn attached. It gets a little wonky here. Let's see. Here's the square that I'm working on. There's a square that I'm working on right now. And I have a lot of yarn left over still from this Advent as well. So I'm gonna need to figure out some scrappy Advent projects to finish up all of the yarn I have from last year and from this year. But it's been a really fun knit. Every square is different. Some of them repeat, but they're obviously in different colors, which is fun. Yeah. I'm on my 5th and 6th skein of my Wayfarer 515 colorway, so it does use a lot of yarn. I think the pattern actually has like 2 more rows than what I'm doing, but I'm just doing like a small throw. I don't need it to like be huge and cover a bag or anything like that. So I'm just making it big enough just for me to cuddle with myself. So that's the size I'm doing. And I have one more whip to share with you. Let me grab it, left it over here. Okay, this is my on-the-go project. I have this in a bag from Danielle of Midwest Stitches. And I am knitting the Perfect No-Show Socks by Christina Lively. This is the bottom of the sock. So it's knit very interestingly. You start with a I-cord. You start with an I-cord and then you build off of that. And that was my first time using my I-cord cordsmith maker thingy from Size Inclusive. Yeah, so I got this I-cord tool. It creates I-cords super easy. And I bought this like tool for these socks because I enjoy knitting the socks. I just don't love making I-cords. But yeah, so I got this tool. It made it super easy. As you can see, I made both of my I-cords before I even like finished a sock, just because I was having so much fun with it. But I'm almost to the point where I can connect in the round. I have just a smidge left to go to pick up, and then it'll be connected in the round and I can finish the toe. And this is my Crystal Meth colorway. The blues are always a little interesting on the cameras. They don't feel like they pick up quite the way that they should. But yeah, so I'm knitting those, and I have plans to kind of use up some of my half skeins that I've knit socks out of to knit, excuse me, a pair of no-show socks out of them. Does that make sense? Okay, so that's it for my projects. I have, I guess, a little bit of fun update news. I was able to present at the Drop Stitch Knitters Guild last weekend, and that was really fun. They invited me out to give a presentation just about like the Breaking Yarn story and about how to where do I get my inspiration from, and like how to dye yarn, that type of thing. And that was really fun. It was great to meet them, and it was a great experience. Summer Sock Camp Knit Along is going to be starting soon. That is a knit along hosted by Kay of the Crazy Sock Lady, and I thought it would be fun to do kind of a like a, what do you say, like a joining make along type of thing. So if you're participating in Summer Sock Camp and you want to knit any of the Breaking Yarn patterns, you can do that and then enter on Instagram #BreakingYarnSSC 2024, and that will enter you to win prizes from me as well, in addition to Summer Sock Camp. So if you're already participating in Summer Sock Camp and you want to knit one of my patterns, then you can also enter for that as well. So that will run, I believe it's May 24th all the way to August 31st. You can just use that hashtag on Instagram and it'll enter you to win automatically. Leah and I had hosted the third annual Adventurely Mal 2024. This was our third time doing it. It was a lot of fun. There were a lot of amazing projects that came out of that hashtag. It encouraged a lot of people to work on their Advent projects, to finish some Advent projects from previous years, and just to enjoy it throughout the season a little bit longer. And yeah, we gave away a lot of amazing prizes. Thank you so much to everyone who donated prizes on that. I know I wasn't podcasting during that time, so it was like a bummer not to be able to show you here on YouTube as well, but yeah, we had a lot of fun doing that make along and giving away prizes. Oh, if you're wondering, I am wearing my I Am the One Who Knits shirt. This is a shirt that I have in my shop. It's a Spreadshirt plugin on my Shopify. So if you order any kind of merch, it comes directly from Spreadshirt. They will print it and then send it out to you. So I don't really have too much to do with that process. But I do have this shirt on there. This one is a curvy one, which I got while I am still working on my postpartum stuff. But yeah, it's super comfy and I love it. I think it's super cute. I also got I put in a new latte mug and a travel mug that I've been really enjoying as well. You would have seen that if you follow me on Instagram. I have a crazy amount of acquisitions, but I don't think I'm going to share them all here. I have gotten a request to do like a stash tour. So if that's something that you would be interested in, please leave me a comment down below and let me know if you'd be interested in that, and I will start putting that together. I've been getting the monthly yarn from Long Dog Yarn. She's doing like a New Mexico, I think it's called Yarn of Enchantment. So our state thing is the Land of Enchantment, and she's doing Yarn of Enchantment. And so they're all like New Mexico places and things that she's doing yarn for. So I am getting those every month. And yeah, so if you want to see my stash, let me know down in the comments and I will put together a stash video for you. I think that's it. Thank you so much for joining me today for episode 56 of the Breaking Yarn podcast. I really appreciate you joining me, and I hope you have a wonderful day, a wonderful week, and we'll see you next time. Bye!